Here are important guidelines to keep in mind as you embrace the challenges of online classes. 1. Set up a good working space. It is important that the place is quiet, clear, and free from distractions. 2. Make yourself look good online. Wear clothes the way you do when you go to school for in-person classes. 3. Have a respectful tone. When communicating with your teachers and classmates, observe a certain level of formality. Use respectful greetings and signatures like "Good morning, Mr. Dow," "Hi, Ms. Taylor," "Please," and "Thank you." 4. Be kind and be professional. Make it a point to be respectful in your comments even if you disagree with others. Conduct yourself in an online class with the same respect, politeness, and professionalism that you would exhibit in a real-life classroom. 5. Properly use your webcam and microphone. It's good to show your face to give the impression that you're actively engaged with the lesson. Turn your microphone off when your teacher or others are speaking. This will eliminate background noise that can be distracting. 6. Properly use the chat box. Don't post irrelevant remarks. Instead, use the chat box to clarify misconceptions or share great ideas you have about the topic at hand. Don't yell by typing in all caps. In most situations, typing in all caps is perceived as inappropriate. 7. Always make an effort to use proper punctuation, spelling, and grammar. Observing these ensures clear expression of your thoughts or ideas. 8. Make sure to submit your assignments the proper way. Knowing how to properly submit your work online is key to your success as an online student. 9. Take time to read. When asked to comment on a post, take some time to read through each of the previous discussion post responses before writing your own response. And 10. Think before you type. What you share in an online classroom becomes part of a digital record. I hope that you observe these guidelines to help you in your online learning. May you have a wonderful school year.
Oops! Oh, a happy and blessed day, class. I hope you'll find everything today well. I'm Sir Aaron John F. Cortez, your English teacher. Today, I'll take you to the world of fun and excitement as we go along to our learning journey. So, fasten your seatbelts. In this learning session, all you need to do is to sit and watch as we gradually unfold all the learning tasks which you will surely enjoy while learning at the same time. Your module for week number 3 has something to do with analyzing literature as a mirror to a shared heritage of people with diverse backgrounds. At the end of this module, you are expected to: number 1, identify literature as a way to build understanding others people's background. Number 2, analyze literature and its elements. And number 3, Appreciate literature as a mirror to a shared heritage of people with diverse background. So what are you waiting for? Get hold on your modules, paper, and ballpen. Together, we will unravel all the learning tasks which you will surely enjoy while learning at the same time. Now, it's time for us to measure or gauge our prior knowledge about the topic using the activity from what I know. For your pre-assessment, read the following statements and choose the correct answers. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. You'll be given 1 minute to do this task, and your timer starts now. Time's up! You really amaze me with your ideas. Since your answers from these activities may vary, evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video. High five for a job well done! We are part of a big global village. As one, you are related to others in many things. As a global citizen, you can be able to know other people's culture, traditions, values, as well as experiences. How can we be able to interrelate with other people despite our diverse backgrounds? Let us now look back from your previous lesson using the What's In activity. For your What's In activity, refer to the poem entitled I Am an African Child from the previous activity. Create a poster or a slogan that detests discrimination. Start by doing a brainstorming activity. In case you have access to social media platforms, post your product in support to the plight of the people who are continuously discriminated all over the world. You will be given 1 minute to prepare for this activity, and your timer starts now. Time's up! You really amaze me with your ideas. Since your answers from these activities may vary, evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video. Good job, class! You are absolutely fantastic! Are you now ready and excited to get motivated with the next learning task? If so, let's get started. For your What's New activity, there are plenty of ways to know others and to relate to their diverse backgrounds. To see some commonalities and heritage that you shared, which among the items below you have already done. Put a check on the item you tried already. After going through the checklist above, write 3 significant lessons you have gained which you continuously practice in life. Do this on your answer sheet. You will be given 1 minute to finish this task, and your timer starts now. Time's up! You really amaze me with your ideas. Since your answers from these activities may vary, evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video. Good job, class! You are absolutely fantastic!
Smile and learn.
Hello, friends. How are you doing? I'm sure you've heard about the coronavirus. Do you know what it is? Sure you do. Everyone is talking about it. I've looked up information about what we know so far to explain it to you, although there are still many doubts to be solved. COVID-19 is a disease caused by a virus, which belongs to the family of coronavirus. This virus is the one that caused a pandemic in 2020. A pandemic is a new disease that spreads all over the world and affects many people. So far, we have observed that this virus can spread very easily via vectors like objects we have touched, through sneezing or coughing. This can cause many people to get sick during the process of transmission. That's why the disease has spread worldwide. As you know, the important thing now is to look after ourselves and others. That's why many measures have been taken. To avoid the spreading of the virus, it is advisable to follow some hygiene standards. Wash your hands very often or use hydroalcoholic gel. Did you know that this way the material that envelops the virus is broken? If this material is broken, the virus can't infect the cells. Be careful with the objects you touch, and avoid touching your face. Keep a safe distance from others to protect yourself and them. If you use a mask, be careful not to touch it once you've put it on. The mask should cover your mouth and nose. Cough or sneeze into your elbow. Research is very important to be able to solve all our doubts. Moreover, we should thank all those people who are working and helping so that we can get back to normal. Would you like to be a superhero? Follow all prevention measures to protect yourself. If you're not feeling well, let your parents or teachers know. You may have to stay at home to feel better and protect others. If you have doubts or feel nervous, talk to your family or teachers. They can surely help you.
Let us now dig deeper about the topic Using what is it? Analyzing literature can be a complex process since it involves critical thinking to be able to arrive at an interpretation or draw a conclusion based on the detail or elements. In this part, let us first define analysis. In literature, it means when we analyze something, we break it down into its separate parts and look at how those parts work together. In the case of a story, we break it into its literary elements like character, plot, in order to see how they work together to produce the story. Another is that an analysis is trying to come up to a deeper understanding of the meaning of literary piece and its place in the world. What are the ways to analyze a literary piece? For letter A, we have examine the elements in relation to a piece of literature. Letter B, examine how the ideas and elements relate to a broad social, political, and cultural situation. How are we going to break down the parts of the literary piece into its separate elements? This calls for the various elements of a literary piece, and these are the following. For number 1, we have setting. Setting is a description of where and when the story takes place. It also means geography, weather, time of the day, and social conditions. Number 2, we have characterization. It deals with how the characters are described, either through dialogue, by the way they speak, can be physical appearance, thoughts, and feelings. For the third one, we have plot. This is the main sequence of the event that make up the story. Next, we have the point of view. This means whose eyes the story is being told through. Is he the narrator or the speaker in the story? Is the narrator the main character? Does the author speak through one of the characters? Next, we have conflict or tension. Conflict or tension is usually the heart of the story and is related to the main character. Next, we have the theme. The theme is the main idea, lesson, or message in the story. It is usually an abstract, universal idea about human condition, society, and life. For the last one, we have the author's style. The author's style has to do with the author's vocabulary, tone, or feeling of the story. It has to do with his attitude towards the subject. The writers use literary devices, or the elements and techniques that create a perception of writing to the reader. The following are the literary devices and examples that the writer often used to show their style. Analyzing literature helps illustrate for people that successful art may involve self-expression, but to a greater purpose beyond the creator, whether to inform, to invoke empathy, to inspire, or simply entertain. What is a shared heritage? It means putting common values, shared history, and experiences in the spotlight that can contribute to and reinforce a sense of belonging among people regardless of physical, social, and cultural boundaries. For example, cultural heritage does not end at monuments and collections of objects. It also includes traditions or living expressions inherited from ancestors and passed on to our descendants, such as oral traditions, performing arts, social practices, rituals, festive events, knowledge and practices concerning nature and the universe, or the knowledge and skills to produce traditional crafts. So, when does literature become a mirror to a shared heritage of people with diverse backgrounds? Literature is a history, or more like a background, of a certain culture because it reflects the ideas, feelings, and experiences of the author. As human with feelings and logical thinking, we can be able to connect and relate them and share commonalities and consider such pieces as heritage despite of differences in culture, tradition, values, and experiences. Literature promotes cultural understanding and appreciation. Literature helps people understand themselves, families, and their communities better as members of a particular culture. By reading folk tales and legends, for example, they learn about the origin of traditional cultural values and beliefs. The understanding and appreciation of culture that results from the study of literature helps students to develop a positive self-image and attitude towards their heritage, language, and culture. If heritage literary works are compared to writings from the dominant culture or other cultures, people gain a deeper understanding and acceptance. Now, it's time for us to explore more about the lesson we discussed using the What's More activities. For your independent activity number 1, try to read the poem below and answer these questions on your notebook. For your independent activity number 2, read the text entitled The Story of the Aged Mother by Matsuo Basho. Then answer the questions that follow. Do this in your answer sheet. And lastly, for your independent activity number 3, read the poem, then do the character analysis model by answering the questions on your notebook. You will be given 1 minute to do all this task, and your timer starts now. Time's up! You really amazed me with your ideas. Since your answers from these activities may vary, evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video. It is now time for us to reflect about your learnings using the What I Have Learned activities. For your What I Have Learned activity, read the following scenarios and decide if the situation shows bias or not. Then write the supporting sentences. You will be given 1 minute to do this task, and your timer starts now. Time's up! You really amaze me with your ideas. Since your answers from these activities may vary, evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video. Let us now put everything into actions with what I can do. For your What I Can Do activity, read this Korean poem, write your interpretation about it, copy the scroll, then complete the paragraph on your answer sheet. You will be given 1 minute to do this task, and your timer starts now. Time's up! You really amaze me with your ideas. Since your answers from these activities may vary, evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video. It is now time to evaluate your overall learning about the topic with the use of your final assessment. For your final assessment, read and analyze the story of Burma. Be sure to accomplish the character revelation figure. Do this on your answer sheet. You will be given 1 minute to do this task, and your timer starts now. Time's up! You really amaze me with your ideas. Since your answers from these activities may vary, evaluation and checking will also be done right after this video. For your assignment, Write a short poem about how people all over the world face the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic. Be sure to use literary devices that were discussed earlier. Use the rubrics below for your reference. And that's all for today. I hope you learn and enjoy about this session. Thank you for your cooperation. Till next time, bye!